going to do with this video is just to show you very quickly how easy it is going to be for you to begin entering your final grades through Canvas. So starting this fall 2019, all classes, whether you teach online or in our adult studies program or at the traditional campus, you will be required to enter all of your grades, your final grades, through Canvas. And it really could not be any easier. I think you're really going to enjoy the way this has been set up for you. So, of course, one of the first things you will want to do is to make sure that you actually have grades in your grade book. Now, if you are online faculty, obviously that is kind of a no-brainer, as you are very used to that. But if you are adult studies faculty, this might be a little bit different for you. And so as you're going into the Canvas grade book, you will be able to enter your grades as your assignments have already been set up for you. Now notice that we have our students Bilbo and Stephanie here that already have some grades entered. You'll see that Stephanie is doing tremendously well, Bilbo not so much. But you also see here that I have two other students that have no grades entered, Test Student 1 and Test Student 2. Now I want you to pay attention as I start entering grades to the total column here. Notice right now both of those students are showing a 0 because there is nothing that has been entered for them, while Bilbo and Stephanie down here have some grades entered, and you notice that they have letters assigned now to those grades. And so for those of you that are online faculty or if you are adult studies that are used to working the Canvas gradebook, you're going to notice that is a new feature, that now as you are entering the grades, you'll be able to see how that grade changes and the overall final grade as it stands at that time. So let's just say that Test Student 1 here on this assignment got 15. Notice he has a D-, okay, based on that one assignment. The next one he did excellent on, and then the last one he did fairly well on. So his grade, as it were to stand right now, if we were to end this class, would be a B-. Now, my test student here, notice that he has no grades entered, but for whatever reason, he never did submit his discussion question 1, and so I'm going to enter a 0. All right. Notice that now the F pops up there, and that's showing me that he does indeed have an F as he stands in the class right now. So it's very important that you make sure that if once you determine that assignment to be missing or not submitted, that you must enter that 0 for it, and he does really well in the other two. He picks it back up, and it's coming back up, but notice he still has a long way to go. But let's just say that he also, maybe you gave him some grace and allowed him to turn this in later, but obviously it wasn't full credit, and so he earned 15 points on it that time. All right, notice how his grade changes. So for the sake of time, let's just say that now everything, all my grades are in the grade book. I've accounted for anything that was missing, and it is time to go and submit my final grade. So I'm going to go to my course menu. I'm going to scroll all the way down, and forgive me for that banner being in the way, but when I scroll all the way down, I will see this link very near the bottom. It says Submit Final Grades. And I'm going to click on that Submit Final Grades, and I'm going to be taken to this screen. And notice that now I've got all of my students here. I see their current grade in the course. I also see a submitted column. We'll talk more about that for a moment. And then I see a final grade column. Ignore the expire date column. There is no need for you to ever use that. So just totally ignore that column. Okay. Notice that here for Test Student 1, showing a B-, which matches the B- here, and so same thing for Test Student 2. But notice that Bilbo and Stephanie, both of their boxes are grayed out, and that there is a submitted checkbox that is already checked. That is because I've already submitted their final grades. Notice, just like when using BlazeNet, once you submit a final grade, you cannot go back in and change it. I can click on that box as many times as I want to. It will not let me in there. And so once you have submitted final grades, in order to change a grade, you must go through your dean and file the appropriate paperwork with the registrar's office. That does not change with this new system of submitting your final grades through Colleague. And if I was ready to submit their grades here, I would just come down here, click Submit. Now these are fake students, so it's not going to work. I'm going to click submit, and I'm going to get an error message. But if they were real students, then I should get back a green successfully submitted banner that lets me know my grades have been successfully submitted. Also, these boxes will change to be grayed out. And one thing to note, once you hit the submit button, there is no confirmation, okay? It's not going to pop up and ask you, are you sure? It's going to automatically go through there. So do not click the submit button until you are absolutely sure that you are ready to submit those grades. That's it. You're done. No more having to go into different systems, having to log in anywhere else. Make sure all your grades are entered correctly here. Scroll down. Click the Submit Final Grades link. Everything's correct. Click Submit right there, and you are done. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us, as we are here to help you, and we hope you have a great and wonderful day.